continue throughout the whole song. This instrument is simulating, or is like, a Japanese instrument called a Kyoto. Have you talked about that with Rose upstairs at all? Kyoto is a stringed instrument that they use in Japan often to play along with the voices. So what we're doing in here is we're trying to imitate what the real Japanese children might be doing in Japan as they're singing.
Calhoun is, in some ways, is very alike other schools. Kids learn, they take math, they take reading, they learn their basic skills. What's different are the ways in which the curriculum is organized, the way we deliver curriculum, the deliberate structures that we've introduced in the school, so that school is a warm and humane and personal place.
Calhoun is a very small school. There are really not very many walls. All the classrooms are divided by bookshelves or blackboards. The whole thing is open. We call our teachers by their first names, and I think which creates a very good atmosphere and rapport between the teachers and the students. We really are friends with the teachers. Besides just being their students, we really know them more, as people.
Kids are fun, and one of the reasons I teach is because I like being around kids. And I get to be around kids more in this school than in the other school.
And don't they teach you a lot? Don't you learn a lot from these kids? It's a wonderful experience every day.
We're very free to go to our teachers when we have a problem. They're very willing to give you extra help and to take time out of their day and out of their free time to help you with whatever problems you're having.
This is a time when students have the opportunity to talk to me individually about their term projects for the whole semester, or to conference with me about essays or any kind of work that they're doing. I try to see as many people as I possibly can throughout the period. Sometimes I can't get to everybody, but maybe I can get to about 8 people. It's a nice time for everyone to find what works for them best and how much time they need to do it.
First semester this year, I did very poorly, but the help in the school was there. They would take the extra time and help you. The administration was very supportive, and they set up a whole structure to get me back on my feet.
Sometimes parents have the expectation that their child could not do well here, and in fact, their child does. We think about the process of teaching and learning differently. I think maybe we have a different assumption about teachers also. We expect teachers to be different, to try to teach in different ways, to expand their repertoire rather than narrow it.
My grandfather did have some problems.
What drew me here after many years teaching elsewhere was I knew this was a place where teachers learn. And it's just so stimulating. You take risks. It's sometimes scary, but we all learn, and it's so that it's intellectually as well as socially stimulating, and that's what is absolutely gratifying. Let me see you paint the entire fish carefully. In our social studies curriculum, every teacher has the freedom to find a culture. We have special concepts that have to be covered, no matter what the culture is. And you can do whatever you'd like as long as you cover those concepts. So I've chosen the Japanese culture, and now the boys and girls are having an experiment with a printmaking technique called gyotaku. Okay, make sure you touch all the way around.
Also, I think it would be a mistake to portray Calhoun as a school that sort of just really coddles the children and makes no demands on them. I mean, I think that my 6th grader at this point has as much homework, if not more homework, probably more than almost any other kid she knows from other schools. So that there are real demands made and there are real expectations, but I think it's done in a situation where it's not especially threatening because that's part of the educational philosophy.
Comments are perceptive, provocative, and authentic. Our demands are extremely rigorous. We don't expect there to be a certain percentage that will get A, then you keep going down and there are always some on the bottom. Every kid is expected to master the curriculum that we set up.
We have a full high school math program up through AP Calculus. We go through AP Physics and Biology. We have an AP Computer Science course. in languages. It's exactly the same kind of program that you would find in any other school. But the difference is the way that we work with the kids and the way we take them through it.
Calhoun is unusual and very hard to duplicate because it is so labor-intensive. Calhoun teachers work very, very hard. An example is the writing program, where every student writes very often, writes quite a lot, and the teachers are responsible for responding to
Why
it.
don't you say more about the background? There's a background.
All educators want educated children, learn how to read, how to write, how to compute, how to deal with the world outside of their school. We're not debating that question, and I don't think anybody is. It's how do you do that? And there's more than just one way of doing that. And teaching basic skills can be done by using a workbook and drilling, or it can be done with a variety of activities. I think it's very easy to look at a school like this and think that there's no structure, internal, traditional structure, and there's lots of structure.
All right, I'm going to give you two boys the job of sanding the roof and getting the roof ready to go on. You two girls who are going to nail can get a hammer and do the nails on the side of the building. You can start right now.
Should I do the door?
Would you like to do the door? Get a ruler and measure the doorway, and we'll get started with that.
I was thinking about why we chose Calhoun. When you came into the room, when you observed the room, no matter how many adults were coming through, no matter how many, tours of people looking at the school, how many administrators, whatever, the children seemed very, very focused in their work. I'm talking 3 years old and up.
The U.S. did not quite turn out the way my grandfather expected. This is a quote from him. Although the streets are not paved with gold, they still bring great opportunity.
In a school like this, you learn to do things with everybody else. You can't sit around and hope that the decisions will be made for you.
That's very true. I mean, I myself think that I'm very prepared to go off to college and handle the situations that are going to happen to me.
Calhoun must be probably the best college guidance program I've seen in any school. It's a big process where you find out what's right for you, and then they try and find schools which match your motivation. And Calhoun's concerned with matching the student to the right school.
High percentage, 80 to 90% of our students are accepted to the college of their first choice, and I think that's a very important statistic. And it's not what the name of the school is, but to find out a variety of schools and apply to those schools that are the best ones for you, and to get accepted to those schools, and that happens at Calhoun.
Graph would be a better choice. There is another kind of graph that would be.
I think what's special about Calhoun is that children can be scholars and work hard and learn a lot. I mean, they're really good readers and writers here, but they enjoy doing it. I don't think the choice has to be between skills and having fun. I think you can learn in a meaningful way and integrate it all and end up knowing a lot and still loving school.
When you pull it from the, that's right, one side and turn it over. Let's see. Oh, that's wonderful, Adira.
Kids love the school. They love to come. They feel good about coming to school. They feel good about themselves in the school. And I think that's the bottom line.